This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, backstage at the 2014 Warped Tour with Scare, Don't Fear.
Chris Jungles.
What do you play?
I rap.
Frankie Screams. I scream and do a little bit of rapping.
Larry O. I play drums and I make beats.
Ryan. I play bass and I do a little vocals.
I'm Joe and I play guitar.
Tell me about Ben Bruce. How did you come to his attention and get signed to his label? Everybody knows that he is the guitar player for Asking Alexandria.
So pretty much we share the same lawyer. It's not really that interesting or cool of a story. But when Ben Bruce went to the lawyer and said, hey, I'm starting a label, our lawyer was like, dude, I already got a band that you have to check out. I just discovered them. I think you'll like them. One thing led to another, and Ben got on the phone with us. We had like a good 2-hour conversation, and history was made.
Those kind of things don't happen to everybody.
No, they don't. They don't happen at all. We realize how lucky and blessed we are for an opportunity like that.
How would you define your sound? Because it sounds like you guys are mixing a lot of different elements of music in your sound.
Well, just to give people like a general idea, we'll say metal hip hop or hip hop metal, but overall, we just say it's good music. Just music you need to listen to. Music you have to listen to. That's how I like to tell people.
Yeah.
What do you think of Attila?
I like them. I think they're dope. I think they're really dope.
Yeah, I like him too. I've been listening to him for a long time, so I'm a fan.
Would you guys say you're similar to that?
I'd say our message isn't the same, but maybe like our beat grooviness maybe be a little bit similar, but not really. But overall, like our styles, I feel are like still completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we can market to a lot of the same type of crowds, but we're nothing alike. You know what I mean? And there are some comparisons, but at the end of the day, I really don't feel like we're anything alike.
What is your message?
Our message is basically stay positive, do what you want to do what you love. You can get anywhere by doing that.
How do you express that in your lyrics?
Well, these guys tend to write things about the story of how we got here, you know, what we did in order to overcome all the odds and everything that we did. So it's just the story through our own experience, basically.
What has been your greatest adversity?
Hip hop metal. Pretty much. People hear that, they get turned off, and it's something that you have to see to really believe and like. People hear hip hop metal and they don't want to have anything to do with it.
I think it's important as musicians, you stand for something. If you don't stand for anything, you're worthless.
I mean, at the end of the day, we stand for staying true to yourself. That's the one biggest thing that we've always wanted to make sure that people understood about us is we're not trying to change who we are. Just because we're here at Warped Tour and we have this big opportunity doesn't mean that we're going to change how we came up. You know what I mean? We're not little kids. You know what I'm saying? We're adults. We're getting into this in our mid-20s. So we just want to stay true to who we are and not give in to, I don't know, what is out here, because the things that are out here can really change you, and we just don't want that to happen.
What is your message to the world right now? Because the world's a pretty messed up place.
It's pretty messed up. I feel like our name sort of like explains that. Scared, don't fear.
Okay.
Be the one scaring, don't fear anything. Because of course, we're as people, we're all faced with adversity, a lot of bullshit, and sometimes it might be hard to get up and overcome that bullshit. So you just gotta come at it like full on. Be like, nah, I'm not gonna be scared. I'm not gonna let anything like make me be afraid. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in and fight every day. From 24/7, from the top to the end, pretty much. We've been a band since 2008, so we've been grinding so hard. So we even if we weren't here today, we would still be grinding to make it here. So
yeah, we would be home right now, probably throwing our own shows, probably booking our own tours, still saying to this day, like, one day we're gonna get there, one day we're gonna get there. It was never a what if, it was always of when it's gonna happen.
Do you consider Scare, Don't Fear a success right now?
Absolutely. I mean, we're doing stuff I've dreamed of doing every day of my entire life. So I would say yes.
How do you guys get along? I mean, there's a lot of you guys. Are you vanning it or are you tour busing it?
We've got an RV actually that we're renting right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's it like being on there with the hotness, the sweatiness, the out of controlness?
Just us in general, we're big on busting each other's balls, so that actually keeps the mood pretty light. So anytime if we're feeling a little antsy with somebody, we'll just start making jokes, and you know, it kind of relieves the tension.
Groupies.
Groupies? We haven't seen many yet, so we're still new to this game. And I'm married, so technically I don't have any groupies. These guys can have the groupies.
Are you married to this?
Yeah. I'm married to Peter Piffin.
Shout out Peter Piffin.
Let's for those who don't know, because I don't. Who is Peter Piffin?
Peter Piffin is actually a local rapper from Rhode Island where we're from. Me and Jungles and Larry, we used to throw shows in our hometown where we're from, and Peter Piffin is one of the local artists we kind of took under our wing and worked with him a lot. He's really different. He brings a totally different vibe than anybody else. Everything about him is pretty dope, and that's why we're all here repping for him on Warped Tour.
Biggest influence?
For my vocal style, probably either Corey Taylor from Slipknot or Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon.
Wow, that's a lot of scream. When you talk about Ollie Sykes, you're talking about tearing vocal cords up.
Yeah, sort of. His newer stuff with Sempiternal is a little more singy and a little less, growly, and it kind of I use that as a big influence for my style.
Yeah, I heard he went back to Square A and went and got vocal lessons and stuff to take it to the next level. And you got to do that when you're in the music business, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. You got to be a student to the game. No matter how far up you get, you got to keep learning and keep taking notes, because you know what I'm saying, somebody could take your spot any second.
What do you think of people, like after you guys have a lot of success, like when I'm talking like the MTV type of success where you're known, what are you going to say to people that go, they sold out?
I'll probably tell them to go fuck themselves, pretty much, man. I'm an honest guy. I mean, I'm not a hostile guy at all, but if somebody's gonna tell me that I sold out just because I'm on MTV living my dream, I'm gonna have to tell them what I feel.
Like, what the fuck do you know? Pretty much. Fuck do you know?
Man. I mean, what is selling out? You know what I mean? What is selling out? Every band out there wants to be known and get their message across. So just because you're on MTV doing it doesn't mean you sold out. It just means that you're getting far and succeeding.
A lot of people get selling out mixed with progression and maturity.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people, bands will say we've matured and we progressed, and then some of their fans will say they sold out.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest misnomers in music and in the art of music is that music is so much a part of who you guys are. It runs in your veins. It's like your blood. Yeah. Every year you're getting older. Yeah. You're maturing. Exactly. Dude, what comes out of these fingers, what comes out of here is going to be an extension of that maturity. You can't stop it.
Exactly. It's growth, evolution. You can't hold back evolution.
Nah.
Are you guys spiritual?
I believe in different stuff, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't believe in like the standard God, Jesus and all that stuff, but I do believe in a higher power that's out there. I don't know what exactly it is, but I think there's something out there.
What did mom and dad tell you?
Believe in God and Christ. But I was like, I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit.
What do you think it is that made you want to not believe in Christ?
Me, I just always been the type to just go out and find out my own answers. So I feel like I'm still finding out answers, so I'm just gonna keep finding out answers to the day I die, really.
So you're on a journey of discovery spiritually.
It's life. Bro, you can't stay the same. You can't stay the same, you know?
And then what about you?
As far as what?
Well, are you spiritual?
No, I'm not really that spiritual. I mean, just like him, though, I do believe that there's a higher power out there. It would be impossible for this just to all be an accident here on this earth, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like things happen for a reason. I don't know that reason yet, but like him, I'm on this journey and I'm trying to find out.
Is Peter Piffin, is he your God? Is Peter Piffin your God?
No, I don't really have a religion. I mean, I was brought up Catholic, but when I started thinking too much, I questioned a lot of things, and I don't really have a religion. I don't really have a belief. I do believe in positivity, though. I feel like if you're positive, good things are gonna happen. If you're negative all the time, you're gonna have a shitty life. Just straight up, you're gonna have a shitty life. I think that's what it comes down to. Just be a good guy, be a good girl, be a good person. That's what it really boils down to.
Would you ever steal your best friend's songs to become successful?
Friendship is more important to me than success. I'm here because I enjoy playing the music. If I'm successful in it, awesome. If I'm not, that's fine. I'm doing what I love regardless.
Have you ever had anybody steal some of your songs or a hook or anything like that?
No, thankfully, but you never know. It could happen, but no.
What would you do if somebody stole one of your songs and then the song that they stole went platinum?
I would call them out. I would hit up every media outlet I could find and I would call them out.
Call my lawyer. Like, this guy stole our song.
That's right. You guys have the luxury of having an attorney, and it's like that song by Anthrax, I Am the Law. Do you know that song?
I'm not too familiar with it, no.
It's about Judge Dredd, your album.
It's called From the Ground Up, and it's available right now.
And why should people buy From the Ground Up?
because it's unlike any album that's out right now. It's really different. People like to say that we're a metal hip-hop fusion band, but at the same time, we're really not. We're just a metal hip-hop group. We make some tracks that are really, really heavy and have a little bit of hip-hop. Then we do some tracks that are really based off of hip-hop and really deep and emotional.
Okay, favorite hip hop artist.
Nas.
Eminem.
Me, it's producer Timbaland.
Favorite hip hop artist.
Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks.
Kendrick Lamar, it's got to be.
Blaring Out with Eric Blair show with Scare Don't Fear at the 2014 Warped Tour. Signing off.
The Blaring Out show.